Boys, welcome back. Today we got my 2024 FX3 cinema camera rig. So if any of you guys know anything about the FX3, it has a lot of great things and comparable to the FX6. And so yeah, it will be an opposite rig breakdown. I will be breaking down this rig instead of rigging it. Friggin' FX3. All right, first thing, my microphone. I want to upgrade to the MKE 416. It's actually not that much more expensive. I think now you can get it used for like $400 to $600. But I have the Sennheiser MKE 600. I am filming this in log on my iPhone, but I'm using the selfie mode. So I'm sorry if I look this way, then I'm actually looking at it. I'm going to try to look at you guys. And here at the top, we have, it's Shinobi. I have Atomos Shinobi 5-inch. I just sold my Atomos Ninja V, and I've got a little small rig. I don't know what that part is. Little small rig. Actually, I have it. I got that for Christmas. So I'll pop all that little piece up. But 5-inch Atomos Shinobi. Now, just to get that out of the way, I have a Amazon 90-degree HDMI, and this is the small rig. It's probably a 15-inch HDMI cable. And powering that is the Condor Blue, I think of, what is it, Sony NP D-Tap battery. And that's pretty much it. Let's break it down from the front. This is my newest... Oh, did I break it already? I gotta be delicate with this. I usually just do normal ND filters, so this was a big purchase for me. This is the Nissi C5 matte box, and I got the kit with... It has right here. It's I think it's a 4.5. I think it's it's like a 4.5 by 5 filter, the one closest to the lens, and in there is a 1 to 5 Nissi True Color VND. I gotta find a better place to put this stuff. And then since that gets you 5 stops, the kit also came with a single It came with a single, what are these? 4 by 5.65 filters. Mine came with a 1/8 black mist. Yeah, I just spat on it. A 1/8 black mist. But in this size, it also came with a 4-stop ND. So I have up to 9 stops. And then just the matte box. It opens up with just this single one. You only have to turn it like a centimeter to open it up and back down. And then this little twist guy right here is how all the filters tighten. So once you put them all in, whether you want one here, one there, both, one or the other, tighten them down with this. And this is the one that tightens onto your lens. All right, so we're getting pretty small. This is kind of how my rigs have been. Now, let's start from the back. This is my big 190 BP V-mount battery. Yes, in the beginning, because I'm still in my beginner era for buying equipment, I will buy some of the cheaper stuff. I think this was like $150 for a 190. And the thing is, what a lot of people worry about, oh, why don't you get the 99? Because you can only travel with 99 watts or, lower than 100 watts on a plane. So what that is you can actually, in airplane storage, you can actually have 2 over 100 watt V-mount batteries like this. But you can have unlimited under 100 watt. So I'll pick up another one of these probably, and then the rest I'll buy a bunch of 99 watt hour. But this thing lasts me longer than a day, so it's really all I need. Now let's start, I guess, here. And all right, we'll undo that little shibidoo. Okay. These locking systems, man, make it easier. Okay. So I'm probably the #1 buyer of handles ever. I only buy right-handed handles. That's just how I hold my camera. I only buy right-handed. And it came with 2 mountings. I forget what this mounting is called when it's on that little piece right there. I forget what that mounting is called, but it's a good feel. I do have one of those wooden ones, a wooden one that looks like this, and then one of those like curvy wooden large handle ones. But this is a Suri top handle. That's it. Pretty simple. I like it. It has a little screw down there on the bottom. Now we're pretty much there. I did remove my battery plate down there. So that's what powers my camera, is a Condor Blue, what is this, Sony, do they even put this on there? They really should label these. You know, a Sony battery, D-tap. And this is pretty much the rig. I am not going to take this apart because this takes way too long to put back together. Now, if I wanted this to be a very simple rig, I could, but sometimes I like being a little extra. So this is an FX3 body. So let's go here. First off, right here is the, did I put a filter on here? No, there's no filter. So this is a Sigma 24-70. I bought this a long time ago when I had my FX30. Just recently, I sold my FX30 to get this camera, and then now I'll probably buy another FX30 for my B cam. So, but it was good to get this. I did want that high ISO range. And yeah, 24-70 Sigma, love it, 2.8. Now, as you can see, this is a newer product. Camera Foundry guy, I forget what his name is, YouTube channel, they came out with a product called the Cineback, which I had purchased. It is a metal version of this V-mount attachment. This one, I sold the one from Camera Foundry because I couldn't connect my top handle. I did not think that they would come out for some reason with a top handle accessory. That one was metal. This one is like a 3D printed, more plastic. It's not a bad plastic, but you probably don't want to drop it from too high up. So I may end up selling this one, and when I have enough money, I'll buy the Camera Foundry one back, because the Cineback for this, the Cineback for his one, Camera Foundry guy. Camera Foundry is his Instagram and YouTube. His was all metal. And so yeah, this is what the other side looks like. It's not as close. I think his actually got even a little closer. It didn't even leave this much of a gap. But this is it. With this one, unfortunately, you also have to buy a separate cage. So this is a cage actually right here. It's separate. The Cineback, this one is a new one. They kind of ripped off the other dude's design. This is by Rigid. But the good news is that when you turn it on, the on button right here, it actually in lights, LEDs, displays the power or the volts left or whatever. So that is a nice feature compared to the Cineback brand. But you know, they got some attachments and they made it, you know, hey, if it works, it works. If it only lasts me a couple years, which hopefully it lasts me longer, then it is what it is. At the top, I have the top handle FX3 and some little extra mounts right there, just connecting. This little part was part of my extender, so I attached it to all this. And the cage that's on here, because the guy actually he could only figure out how to fit the top handle on with the Cineback, because the Camera Foundry guys didn't have the top handle originally. You had to take it off and mount it to your screws right here at the top. So the only way he found out is buying this cage. It's like $100 cage by 8 Cine, and it's from like the UK or something. And that's how he was able to attach his version, the rigid version of the Cineback, onto the FX3. So it's a separate whole cage you had to buy, and then this. So I think the rigid cage is like $400. The cage was 120, and it's the regular FX3. So you got to make sure you put the screen out when you put it on, so it has its still little slide thing right there, so you can keep it. Little cage right there, little screen holder protector. So sometimes if I need to check it, I will still record. If I have a monitor, I can still have my screen out. I can flip it in, screen in. I can flip it out, screen out. And that's pretty much the rig, you know? FX3, some cheese plates. Pretty simple setup. Now that I think about it, I really should have probably taken my thumbnail earlier. Hopefully I might have a screen grab. If not, I'll just put it back together for you guys. So that's my 2023 FX3 build as a 20-year-old videographer, editor, cinematographer. I do it all, so I'm not going to put a name on it, but I hope you guys enjoy this little breakdown. If you guys have more questions about my rig or any camera questions, I'm a big camera nerd, and I just switched over to DaVinci Resolve, and I'm loving it. And so, yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day.